Although many provisions are being enacted to ensure that some rights are given to same-sex couples that are afforded to their heterosexual counterparts, it is a far cry from equality. The past 4 years have brought many things into reality that ensure full equality amongst U.S. citizens. The current administration has repealed the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy of the military. It has stopped its defense of the Defense of Marriage Act, and it has altered the existing federal anti-discrimination rules, allowing same-sex couples the same visitation rights as heterosexual couples. However, same-sex marriage is only allowed in 6 states. In 17 states, same-sex couples are allowed domestic partnerships, and in our own state of Missouri, same-sex couples are afforded no protections whatsoever, except in 6 cities and 1 county. Although many rights have been gained by the LGBT community in their constant battle against dehumanization, they will not be equal until they receive marriage equality and full equality under the law. If we continue this practice of domestic partnerships and the granting of no protections whatsoever, we will be practicing a version, according to Washington Governor Chris Gregory, a version of the discriminatory, separate but equal argument of the past. I will convince you that marriage equality can only make a society prosper. Same-sex marriage in no way infringes upon or in no way devalues heterosexual marriage. It allows same-sex couples to raise children in secure and loving homes. It boosts the economy and in no way affects religious freedom. Same-sex marriage cannot devalue heterosexual marriage. Marriage is a commitment between 2 people, 2 loving people, and it is an agreement between these 2 people and the state that the state or the country recognize these couple as a singular entity rather than individual. Although many religious opponents paint same-sex marriage as a religious sacrament and therefore should be upheld to religious law, marriage itself was practiced in the 5th century BCE in China. Obviously, Christianity, Islam, current religions were not established then. Marriage is a common word in use in all things such as metallurgy. It is the combining of 2 metals, whether they are different or the same, to create a stronger singular item. Same-sex marriage can only benefit the definition of marriage. The definition itself has already been changed several times in the United States. It has gone from polygamous marriages to singular. It has gone from being against interracial marriages to including interracial marriages, and soon, I hope, it shall include heterosexual and homosexual marriages equally. On top of adding to the definition of marriage and strengthening its definition, same-sex marriage will bring a new element to the LGBT families. It will allow the government to see same-sex couples and their families as equal to the families of heterosexual couples. In no way am I saying that parents of either the heterosexual couples or the homosexual couples are better. However, they are equal and must therefore be seen by the government as equal. LGBT families already have the lowest recorded reports of domestic abuse. In lesbian couples, there are no instances of child abuse. This is because LGBT families are highly planned. In almost no circumstances are LGBT families unplanned or accidental. This is because they must go through either surrogacy or sperm donation, which is a complicated process finding those willing to be involved, or these couples must go through adoption. And this involves many hearings to determine the parents' ability to raise children. Lastly, this same-sex marriage affords the children of these same-sex families more dignity. It tells them that their family is the same as anyone else's family, that the love their parents have for them is equal to the love that other parents have for their children. On top of bringing added meaning to the definition of marriage and allowing LGBT families to be fortified, same-sex marriage increases the economic development in the country. Already, the states that have legalized same-sex marriage have seen economic growth in their states. According to Michael Bloomberg and Council Speaker Christine Quinn, New York City, within 1 year of legalizing same-sex marriage, has seen $259 million in economic benefits through their through marriage certificates, through weddings, and through ceremonies or reception parties. They have seen this increase growth in their economy. Also, even though the Defense of Marriage Act would be repealed in full marriage equality, and same-sex couples would be afforded the same tax benefits that heterosexual couples are afforded, this means that the same-sex couples would have more money to introduce into the free market. Already, the LGBT community, as an entirety, spends more than their heterosexual counterparts. Give them more money, and they shall continue this trend, presumably. Lastly, same-sex marriage in no way infringes upon religious freedom, as some may say. The First and the 14th Amendment already defend over and over again religious freedom. It defends the religion and their congregations. However, the First Amendment provides freedom of religion for all religions, including the lack thereof. Other U.S. documents, such as the Treaty of Tripoli, indicates that the U.S. is in no way a Christian nation. Therefore, its laws should not solely reflect the Christian view, but should reflect the view of all people within the country. It is also said that religious freedom comes to a halt as soon as it infringes upon someone else's freedom. In the beginning of the country, or at the beginning of the U.S., religion was still used to promote slavery and to promote oppression of certain individuals. However, in our current day, we no longer accept religion as a reason to oppress people. Personal morals are that. They are personal. They should be used to bring yourself up to be a better person, but they should not be used to force other people to do the same. The United States is a democracy. It is not a theocracy. It was set up for this purpose. I came to you with this topic with love and empathy. I knew I could not trouble your minds with the fear of upcoming storms, fire and brimstone, and the wrath of God on the nation. However, I hope that through love and empathy, I've shown you that same-sex marriage can only benefit the country. In no way can it subtract anything. On top of providing full human dignity to the LGBT community and the couples therein, same-sex marriage does not devalue heterosexual marriage. It adds more definition and meaning behind marriage. It increases the meaning behind LGBT families and makes them equal to the heterosexual normative families. It boosts the economy, and in no way does same-sex marriage infringe upon anyone else's religious beliefs. Thank you.